Hello and welcome to Garden Tour. This is the Dice Garden, summer 2021. Week 1 I'm calling this. This is going to be the first of hopefully weekly videos. I'll give you some updates on what's growing here. Sorry about the cars and the noise in the background. The camera is a little shaky. Here are my radishes. Harvested a bunch of those out already yesterday and got them ready to cook up. Tonight is the plan. Got my parents coming. There's our kale. It's doing just great. There's some spinach here in the middle that's gotten a little bit big, and now it's just kind of an experiment to see what spinach looks like and does when it grows. So I've never grown it before. Never grown kale before either. So that's exciting. I finally got some greens to grow. And then there's a bunch of onions. Those ones I spaced a little further apart. Hopefully they'd be like big bulbs at the end of the season that we can store in the basement all winter. And the kale we like to usually either cook or freeze that and put it in smoothies or something. Kale salad's not my favorite, but I don't mind it like mixed in with other greens. And I've got some tomatoes. This one here is a big heirloom 2-pound called Old German. It's these like monster yellow tomatoes. I didn't read the tag very well. I don't know how that's gonna be, but it'll be fun. This one is San Marzano. Everyone knows that one from the food world for, you know, pizza sauces, all the red sauces, whatever's. And then this one here is just like a cherry tomato, but it's like a gold variety, a yellow gold variety. This one back here is a cool one. It's called Rapunzel. So it's really, I'm hoping, gonna be my crazy vine grower. And then it puts out like clusters on vines of tomatoes, like, you know, think of Rapunzel's hair getting let down from the castle. That's where the name comes from. And then I've got one more over here right now, and this is I think this was just a red cherry or something. It wasn't anything specific or fancy, cool, new, trendy name. And we're gonna try the lower and lean system. So I got a really sturdy trellis built. They're all on strings and they'll just kind of work their way up. Once they get to the top of that, then you just like undo the knots and move it over a little bit. So basically, like the name says, lower and lean, that's what you're doing. This is our little jade forest over here. I'm always trying to bonsai these little jade plants there, and that's what I have so far. Sorry, I'm gonna run around with the camera a little bit. There's my chicks in the pen. And this is just a little bowl of water for the critters. They seem to be leaving my garden alone. They just wanted some water. Did an eggplant here last year and it did great, so we threw another one in. Trying to keep this video kind of short, and I'm sorry that I'm running with the camera here. It's a little bit jiggly. I'll hold it still on this frame for a minute and explain what you're looking at. So our 2 tomatillos are there and back. I guess you have to get 2. That's what all the videos said, so they help pollinate each other. We'll find out. I figured better get 2 just to be safe. And then the big thing there on the right, these are all my peppers in front. So we have jalapeno on the right. Then we have on the far left is the habanero. I recognize that one. It's a little smaller, a little bit different kind of compact shape and style, whereas some of these other ones are a little bigger or like leggier, stretched out. These 3 are my shishito peppers. And then I got just some fun ones, some varieties I've never even heard of. One's a Carmen, one's a, gosh, what do they say? A Flavor Burst, and one's a King Arthur. So if you have ever grown those before, let me know, and I'll tell you about them as I learn about them. Got a few other little plants here. We need to do something there. But this is one of my favorite plants. I was bringing it inside in the winter, kept it alive for a few years, and I got that one. Haven't killed it yet, so that's happy. Over here, mint. We always do a mint. We're doing parsley, and man, it is just doing awesome. Loving that thing. Aloe, had this for a couple years. It was a gift, and it was looking really rough, but it's actually looking really good right now. It's come a long ways, and it always grows in this spot and does really well. You can see all the fresh growth right in there. Those 3 are all brand new, just since I moved it out here a couple weeks ago. So it is coming along. It'll look a lot better at the end of the season. We always do a basil, and then should just point out, this is where my gardening adventure started 3 years ago. That thing was terrible. Learned a lot though. This I was thinking of using as my mulch for out front in the garden, and I also tried gardening over here last year, but then that tree ended up getting leaves and just blocking all of my light. But I did put in some garlic just for fun last fall, so it overwintered, and it did pop up, so I was pretty happy about that. And I think if I move them out front, these will turn into really nice bulbs of garlic. They're looking better today. Kind of depends on the day. Sometimes they're a little scraggly. The dirt back here might be a little too compact. I think if I just loosen the soil here, that would really help them grow, because they seem like they're being stressed a little bit. That is pretty much everything. Wanted to keep this first video to about 5 minutes or so, and it looks like we're there. So hopefully I'll be coming about once a week with some updates on the garden, and hope everyone has a good growing season.